type your name and email address in the chat and send it to FPMC. And please keep your devices on mute until you've heard your name called. Go ahead and type your full name and your email address in the chat and send it to FPMC. We're going to handle the trial calendar first, and then we will handle the red speed matters. So if you're here on a red speed case, we will handle your case at the end of the calendar.
Your Honor, the solicitor just came. Can you give him a few moments to log in?
I can.
Thank you.
Please ensure that you keep your video on at all times. And understand that we are in a virtual court session.
You're working hard.
Yes.
Understand that we are in a virtual court session, so please ensure that your background is appropriate and that you are conducting yourself as if you were standing in a courtroom. Let me know when you're ready, Mr. Prosecutor.
Your Honor, I believe I am. Do we have, who's the first person we have on the trial calendar?
Yeah, I was about to make the announcement.
Oh, okay. I'm
Okay.
ready.
All right. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Forest Park Municipal Court. This is our trial division and our red speed division. You came to court on your arraignment date and you entered a not guilty plea, thus setting your case down on a trial calendar. Let me repeat to you what was said on your arraignment date. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to a trial, and at that trial, you had the right to be represented by an attorney. You have the right to present evidence during this trial, and you have the right to refute any evidence that's offered by the city. You also have the right to appeal any adverse judgment that may take place in this court. You have the right to appeal that decision to a higher court. Understand, until the higher court has modified or changed the judgment of this court, the judgment of this court stands. I have asked you all to type your name and email address in the chat because we will communicate with you through your email. So make sure that you check it regularly and you will get all paperwork regarding court proceedings no later than tomorrow, close of business. Because today is your trial date, I'm going to call the calendar to just reaffirm your plea. If you enter a not guilty plea, the prosecutor may call your case for trial. If you change your plea to guilty or nolo, you are waiving your right to a trial, and I will adjudicate your case without a trial. And if you're not represented by an attorney, your case will be adjudicated without the assistance of a lawyer. And also, I will verify that you're entering whatever plea you're doing freely and voluntarily. Until you heard your name called, please leave your devices on mute. Please ensure that you comply with all requirements of virtual court. And mainly, the mistake that people make is that when they're at home or at work, they tend to be a little bit more informal in their settings. That's not the way that we will conduct ourselves in this virtual setting. So act like you are physically in a courtroom, and please do not take any liberties that you would not take in the courtroom. Please do not take them in your current situation. When you hear your name called, if you will unmute your device and to announce your plea. The first person on the calendar is Joshua Jones. Mr. Jones, what is your plea to the charge, sir?
You told me to plead not guilty last time because I said I just wanted to try to keep this off my driving record because I'm a truck driver for a living. And you told me to use not guilty and come in next time and talk to you.
Okay, so you are all right. So we will handle your matter momentarily. Keelan Lattimore, you can mute your device, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Keelan Lattimore,
Yes.
what is your plea, young man?
Nolo.
All right. Is Mr. Lattimore eligible for a no-low plea?
A moment, I'm checking. Yes, he is, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lattimore, you're changing your plea from not guilty to no-low. Is that correct, young man?
Yes, I am.
And do you understand that by entering into the no-low plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
Do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Young man, are you entering into this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the plea?
Yes.
And do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
No, not at the moment.
All right, young man, the no-low plea will keep any points from being assessed. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
But once you plead no-low on a moving violation, you cannot plead no-low again for 5 years. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. The court will accept your no-low plea. The fine amount is $175. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
I say I need a longer period at the moment right now.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
All right. Are you in college or are you working?
I'm working right now.
Okay. Where do you work?
I work at it's a quick trip. It's a distribution center.
Okay. All right. Young man, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Your probation will end the moment the sum of $175 is paid. Do you understand that?
Yes, I am.
Now, if this is paid within the first 29 days, you do not have to pay any monthly probation fees. Do you understand that?
Okay. Well, I can pay it in 2 weeks. I'll pay it in 2 weeks.
You're going to pay
Yeah.
it in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
All right. Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
All right, Ms. Green, do we have Mr. Lattimore's information?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right, Mr. Lattimore, you will receive your plea form to which you will enter a no-low plea, and then you will receive a 2-week agreement. Make sure you have the sum of $175 paid within that 2-week time frame, okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, young man, you can disengage from the call, and thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right.
All right. Aaron Robbins. Aaron Robbins. All right, that is FTA for Mr. Robbins. It is 8:13. Next is April Stevenson. April Stevenson. This is FTA for April Stevenson. Next is Liquidano Valente. Miss Ida, can you please pronounce that name to make sure I'm saying it correctly?
Yes, Your Honor. It is el señor Valente Liquidano Noé. Si se encuentra presente, por favor, active su micrófono.
That matter is FTA as well, okay? All right, let's come back to Mr. Joshua Jones.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Jones, what do you want your plea? What is the charge? Is the charge it's showing as improper turn on my docket? Can someone tell me what the specific charge is?
Improper right or left turn?
Yeah. It was an improper turn. I made
Okay.
a left right there in Forest Park by the BP, leaving the racetrack gas station. And I guess it was like 1:30 in the morning. I made a left. I was eating some pizza and I turned into the slow lane instead of the fast lane. And he came out of the BP and pulled me over. I was
Right.
headed home from work.
All right. Have you provided your contact information through chat?
I did put my email in there.
Did you put your name?
I'm gonna retype it because I did not put my name also. I'm
All
doing
right.
that now.
Do your name and your email address and type it in the chat. And I'm gonna ask Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, sir.
He got an improper turn charge, which is, of course, when you're turning from one inside lane, he went to the outside lane. Do you have any opposition to dismissing this case?
No opposition, Judge.
All right. Mr. Jones, type your name and your email address in the chat.
All right.
Okay, you will receive your plea form through the email. Just enter a not guilty plea and then understand that you will receive the order of dismissal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Make sure this does not happen again. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Because you know that the ramifications to you could be very substantial.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care of yourself and good luck to you over there at UPS.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
All right.
All right. Next, let's go. It looks like we have 2 red speed cases. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. You can decide which one. Let me just tell the people that are here for red speed. Red speed is a process in which a camera takes a series of pictures of a vehicle that we understand that you own. You may not necessarily have been the driver, but it takes a series of pictures of a vehicle, oftentimes in a school zone or a speeding, and the paperwork tells you what you need to say and do to defend this. And so I'm going to swear everyone in. It is a civil violation and not a criminal violation. So anything that takes place does not show on your driving record, but there is a civil fine if you are found guilty of the civil violation. So I will start with Ms. Green. Which matter do you have on the docket first?
I have Mr. Burke.
All right, let's start with Mr. Burke. If you could please go ahead and display his paperwork for me.
Hold on a second, Judge Freeman.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it from another computer because this won't let me do it. Hold for one moment.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, how you doing today, Judge Freeman?
I am fine. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Am I good to be released?
Yes, you are, and thank you.
Thank you.
You take care of yourself and be safe out there.
You too.
All right. All right. All right, Mr. Burke.
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you for asking.
Okay, it looks like you received a school zone violation
Yes, sir.
on March the 7th, 2023 at 11:36 a.m.
Yes, sir.
All right, does this vehicle belong to you?
Yes, sir, Judge Freeman.
And were you operating the vehicle on that day?
Yes, sir, Judge Freeman.
All right. I'm concerned about the time on this. I don't know that that's a school zone time. So Ms. Green, we're going to dismiss this case against Mr. Burke because I do not believe that's a school zone time.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So that charge is being dismissed, Mr. Burke. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir, Judge Freeman.
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
No, sir. Thank you for your time, sir, your courtesy.
No problem. Let's go to the next person. I believe it's Ms. Nash.
Am I done, Mr.
You
Freeman?
are. You can log out. Did you type your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir, Judge Freeman.
All right, you will receive a copy of the dismissal or just know that the matter has been dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. And thanks, sir. Have a great
All
day and a
right,
great
take
weekend.
care. All right, Ms. Nash,
Yes, Your Honor.
you heard the instructions regarding this. Does this vehicle belong to you?
Yes, sir, it does.
And were you operating the vehicle on that day?
I was, sir.
Okay, and what is your defense to this matter?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a school zone,
Yes.
but I do admit my faults. And I would pay this. I'm on disability, so my income's limited. However, I can pay this $75 or whatever, but I'll need a day or two to do a couple of days to do that, if that's okay.
That is fine. Go ahead and take care of it. This form tells you how to make the payment, okay? This is done through a camera system. So if you scroll down, it tells you how to make the payment, okay?
Okay, so I just wanted to answer to it, Judge Freeman, and but I have no problem with paying this. It'll just take me a couple of days to do it, and I'll send it in.
All right, well, thank you. And that will just be the adjudication of this, okay? Have you typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
All right, well, thank you so much and have a pleasant day.
Thank you. All right. All
Okay,
right. Bye-bye.
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 All right.
No problem.
All right, Ms. Nash, you can log out. Ms. Ida, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We will see you this afternoon.